real starstruck.
Vince, the car's out front.
Got things to do, got to make my moves. I can't miss my flight to miss you too. Boo, first class seats is overrated. Won't go unless they overpay us. Nowadays I'm overdating. My is strict for.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. One key thing to watch today will be the battle in the trenches. The Seahawks have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going up against the Texans, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 60 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got,
and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is right through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing again. Savage. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. K.J. Wright able to get him for a loss of about 3. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stacked your team just the way you're supposed to.
So here we go on fourth. Savage. And that is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. First carry now. This is Lacey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
The intended target, Doug Baldwin. That'll bring up second down. Now Wilson throwing again. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. First down Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now Wilson on second down. A dump off to Lacey. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. On second down, Lacey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed to penetrate. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They go play action with Miller. Now it's Savage. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Second and 10, going with Savage again. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cliff Averill in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire...
And he's going to go down again. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now the first down carry, it's Lacey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Now Wilson on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 12 more yards there and another first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, here's Savage setting up the screen for Miller. Miller with first hit, and now Miller hit, and he fumbles. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover for a squad.
And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. And this play was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Savage now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the...
And this will be a touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come. Later tonight, it's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go?
Absolutely, that was a thriller. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Off the fake to Lacey, here's Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Officially a minute 54 to go in this. First half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Following the fumble recovery. Savage. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Mike Bennett in there to get him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's Savage. Buying time to his left. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Savage. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And they'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Lacey gets the handoff from Wilson across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the shotgun, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Now 1st and 10, Wilson connects with Graham deep downfield, and he'll end up at the 15-yard line before being tackled. Continuing on the drive, Russell Wilson finding the little motor scooter, Tyler Lockett, and this 2-play drive goes for a touchdown as they take a 7-0 lead. Seahawks have it up to 12. Here the defense will come up with the pick. The interception is made by Joseph ending the drive. After the pick, offense comes out now. Savage has got it on the run, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. We're tied back up at 7. First and 10. Wilson's going to find his mark, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to their own 42-yard line. A fumble would end up leading to a turnover. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Seattle for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he spins free, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. A play fake to Miller. Now Savage. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
There's Savage now on second. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Wilson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, and it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And that's Curse for the Seattle touchdown, hauling it in. Jermaine Curse, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
They go play fake. Now Savage steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Savage now to throw. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Savage eluding the pressure right. Caught Safarian Jenkins right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Smith in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Buying time to us. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcus Smith in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's getting back.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. They'll fake the handoff with Savage. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
And out now come the Seahawks. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and eat some clock with Lacey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a 10th carry here for Lacey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. See how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On second down, here's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Complete outright to Kurtz. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with. way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jermaine Kearse, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the fourth.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. The second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This is taken near the 13. And now running right through it. And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
A first down throw coming. Savage dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. And back to the air. Savage on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Broken tackle. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Texans on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And who else to make the big play to seal this victory but Richard Sherman?
He does have an exquisite sense of timing, doesn't he? He loves the spotlight, loves the big stage, really feels no pressure when there's a big play that needs to happen, and he just did another one right there. Remember when he knocked one away to seal an NFC Championship game against San Francisco? Yeah. And that was really kind of the big arrival on stage for the rest of the world was that play in that game for Richard Sherman.
They run it again with Lacey. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's John Ryan now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Ellington now to return it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tom Savage ready to lead his troops back onto the field. Certainly they want to win this game, but down 3, they know what they need to do. Get in field goal range, at least have a chance to tie.
And if you approach it the right way, you almost have a safety net. Knowing just a field goal gets it done. You don't press for the touchdown, but you take it if the opportunity comes. If the opening's there, someone slips in the secondary and you get a big play. But otherwise, get the 3, put that on the board, and try to extend the game.
They'll be trying to muster 3. Of course, they'd love the score to win it. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. They'll look to throw. Roll it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So after the sack of Savage, the Texans with a 3rd and long forthcoming.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 6 seconds now. 5 seconds. Well, we saw a close game that kept us.
I got